All right, welcome back. So the purpose of this video is just to kind of cover getting you started in RR Studio. If at any point that you're following along with this video and you get stuck, shoot me an email right away. So this isn't really the time to be messing around for hours. It could be something that's completely out of your control. So just make sure to let me know if you get stuck at any point so that we can work through it before the first class. Um, I also wanted to mention that if you have taken Stat 213 in the past, or another stat course that uses RStudio, you'll probably be at a slight advantage for maybe the first week or so of this course, as everyone else is kind of learning R and RStudio for the first time, but not to worry that the course will become more different from Stat 213 after about the first week or so. Okay, so if you've navigated from Sakai to the RStudio server, you should come up with this page where you just want to enter in your username and password just the same as they are like you would be logging into Sakai, and click sign in. I'll mention that you have to be on campus to be able to do this, so you have to be using SLU's Wi-Fi. If you are not on campus, then you'll need to VPN into the server, and there's directions on that on Sakai, but I'm not going to talk about it here. All right, so once you're here, you should see these four windows pop up. What we're going to do first is create a folder for us to store stuff in for this class. And so at first we're going to deal with this bottom right hand window, which if we click on the Files tab, which it should I think be already clicked there, this just shows us kind of like what files we have available to us and what folders we have available to us. So we're going to start just by clicking this New Folder button. And I'm going to call this folder stat 234. And so when naming folders and files, it doesn't like spaces. So you could use this little underscore to be a space, or you could just not use spaces. It's your call. And click OK. And then I'm going to navigate into my stat 234 folder, make another new folder that I'm just going to call notes, and click OK. And then finally, I'm going to click inside my notes folder and make a last new folder that I'm just going to call week 0, which is what I'm kind of referring to, what I'm referring this half week as. All right, so week 0. And so what we're going to do for organization in this class is we're going to use our projects. And so you could think of our projects as just kind of like a way to store all of your files for one particular task in one location. And so to make our first R project, if you go up to File, and then the second thing down will say New Project. And so I'm going to click on that. If this pops up, you could just say Don't Save. And then I'm going to click this second thing, which is says Existing Directory. And you could enter in the directory directly, but it's almost always easier just to click this Browse button and then navigate to that week 0 folder that you just created. All right, so we could click Choose and then Create Project. It'll kind of reload for a second. You can click this little button thing to make the 4 windows again, and you should now see something called week0.rproj in your bottom right-hand files window. Okay, so we still don't really have anything to work with. This is still like super boring because we don't have any data, we don't have any code, we don't have any anything really. It's just kind of this blank canvas that doesn't really have anything on it. And so what we're going to do is now go to our Sakai site. And this might look slightly different depending on what I've decided to upload, or what I've had time to upload really, by the time that you're watching this video. But the thing that we want is this week 0 intro r.zip file. And so if you click this file, it should download into, if you're using a Mac, to your downloads folder, and Windows somewhere. If you have a downloads folder, it's probably there, but it's wherever all of your downloaded stuff goes by default, and you can change that on your operating system. And so then we're gonna go back to our RStudio and click this upload button and choose a file. And I'm going to go to my downloads, and I know that it's called week 0 intro r.zip. And so I'm going to upload that. And when you upload that zip file to the server, it automatically expands its contents, which is really nice. And so when you upload it, you should now see two different data sets appear. So alcohol.csv and athletesdata.csv. You should see some exercises appear that we're going to get into later. And you should also see this .rmd file appear as well. And so this is the thing that we want to click on. So if you click on this, it should open up in your top left window, and you should now be able to kind of scroll through it and just kind of make sure that it's there. You should also be able to click this knit button. And so this is important, so make sure that you do this and that it actually works. So if you click this knit button, you should see it kind of do a bunch of crap. It'll take a second because the code's doing a little bit of stuff. If you have a pop-up blocker like I do, you can see it up here. It won't pop up automatically, but for some reason hitting try again always works. And so you could do that. And then it should knit to this file that you could kind of scroll through that has some stuff that we're going to work through in future videos. Okay, so that is my goal for this class, is to make this video the least exciting of all the videos that we see, because it's just getting started. It's just kind of making sure that we could upload data and upload this code file. In the next video, we'll talk more about this .rmd file, what it actually is, and what we can do with it.